Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your one and only Miss Continental. If this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by, and please remember to subscribe and click on the bell icon below. That way you get notifications once I upload new videos. Okay, for those of us who have already subscribed, I want to say a big thank you. Thanks for your show of love and support, and thanks for being part of this journey. I assure you I'm going to do my best to bring you the news just the way they are. And in doing this, we speak different languages: Igbo, Yoruba, Edo, Hausa, and even Pidgin, the best way possible. You know, there are some languages, there are some words you want to put across there. Like this English language self, we happy. Sometimes you just want to say the words the way it is. And trying to use the right English language sometimes is a problem to convey the message. And if you don't use the appropriate language, the meaning might be lost. So that is why I'm saying I'm going to be using different languages so that we will just hear it as it be, the way we just say it. It's not like looking for like a dictionary, which kind of word I go use now. We will not have to look for words at all. The language best possible to put that word across, that message across, we will use it. So that's why we are going to be using Pidgin, Igbo, and whatever languages that we can. After all, English language is our colonial adopted language now. Waiting. So anyways, that is that. And I just want to say, for those who are calling me, texting me, saying, already giving me topics to talk about, waiting, take it easy, slowly and steady. Okay, we are going to be touching on all this. Those were very interesting topics and issues, right? We are going to be talking about them. So but let's take one at a time. Okay, you know this channel is new, you know. I don't want YouTube to close my channel. So anyways, thank you so much. Okay, and then we have two topics today, if time permits. Okay, so but before we start, a big shout out to my cousin Nicki Minaj. She is finally walking down the aisle. She obtained marriage certificate, and guess who she's marrying? Her childhood friend. They knew each other when she was 14. They were just friends. This guy was doing his own thing. She was doing her own thing. But fate brought them together. Now they are tying the knot. The lucky guy's name is Kenneth Petty. I'm particularly happy for Nicki Minaj because we all know this lady, this young lady, like, my goodness. So this guy that is marrying her already knows so much about her, knows her history. You understand? When you marry somebody who knows you, who knew you when you were still wearing diapers, you have nothing to hide. The person knows you, like your history, everything about you, nothing to hide. You don't have to be saying, okay, what past am I going to disclose to him? Should I tell him this or should I say this? And then when the guy along, maybe after 5-10 years along the road, he hears these things, he's like, no, I saw this woman bio, she's like this, how come I didn't know it? Then there will be cold war, and before you know, separation or any kind of conflicts in the family. But in this case, this is a guy that already knows Nicki. Nicki, as we all know, is a crazy mama. So nothing to hide again. There's nothing you're gonna go tell this man and say, Nicki did this, Nicki did that. He knows it all. Before he made up his mind, he knew all these things already. So that is why I'm particularly happy to Nicki. I'm particularly happy with Nicki because she is marrying somebody who knows her history, who, don't need to get upset about one thing that she did in the past, or you know what I mean, okay? Good, congratulations, Nicki Minaj, and I wish you the very best, okay, in marriage. Then, our first topic of the day. We are going to talk about this lady. She's in Europe, okay? This thing happened in Europe. So I know you're going to be saying, what it concern Europe? This is Canada. Don't say that. It could be anywhere. It could happen anywhere, okay? So things that happen in Europe now were not happening like many years ago. You know, things revolve. Laws around childhood, immigration, marriages, all these things, they revolve. Even gone are the days, those days when you need to divorce, when you need to put in divorce in the court, both parties have to be present. But as we all know, You don't need to be present anymore. After 3 months, it's annulled. So these things are happening in Europe now. Let's pay attention to them closely because we don't know Canada. Canada 10, 20 years ago, they were begging people to go to school. They just carry the student loan like this busa. They just give you. But now, they just cut it like peanuts, small, small, small. So things change. So if our child lost our child protection law are very suitable now, it doesn't mean it's going to be the same years to come. So this is what happened in Europe recently. A woman whose 5 children were apprehended. 5 good children. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. We know what that means now. They were apprehended. So what happened? This woman had 1 child with a man sometime around when she was living in Spain. Something happened, she left Spain with the child and she came to Germany. And then she got into another relationship immediately and they had twins. How many children are those? That's 3 now. So the relationship didn't work out. Again, she's such a lucky hot woman. She easily finds herself into another relationship. Fast. She got into the 3rd relationship, twins again. Something happened, I don't know. He left. That is 4 children. Okay. She has to take care. She has to carry her cross. I think one of the children has had some behavioral issues, right? So that child was actually the roadmap that led Child Protective Services into the family. So they have to be coming to the family, trying to provide some support and all that. Single mother with 4 children. That already is a red flag. Even Canada, as polite as it is a red flag. So Child Protective Service were involved with the family. Somehow they find a reason to remove the child that was dealing with behavioral issues, to remove him out of the home because they feel he's a threat to himself and the other children, and they want to take care of him. So he left. And you know, 1 child is already in care, 3 are at home. They're going to be asking this child a lot of questions. The child will share so many things. So eventually they came back to the family. They had every reason to pick the other children up. By the time they came back to pick the other children up, that's 4 now, this mother was already pregnant of the 5th child with another man. So, Amber Alert in all the hospitals, to the best of my knowledge. That's what they do. So immediately this woman put to bed in any hospital in Germany. Whether the hospital is inside the hole, underground. The pam, pam, pam. There they came again with their ugly head. Pick up the child as soon as the child was born. That is 5 good children. Now she's crying out. My worry is when those 4 children were taken away, we didn't hear any cry. I didn't hear anything about it. It was when the 5th one was taken away. Okay, 5 children with 4 men. The question is, where's their father? When they took the 1st child, I guess German authorities were expecting to see some men coming out to say, hey, my child, nobody came out. Then they came for the other 3. No man came out. So it was just so easy when they took the 5th one away. So this woman wanted to make some case, lawyer and all that. They said, okay, where are the fathers of these children? We want to see them. We want to see them. She couldn't. But at least bring 1. You know, I mean, no man small, no man is little. No matter if they are lunatics, some crazy people in the street, a man is a man. They wanted to see Okunrin Meta like a man, yeah, he will stand like this. You know, some men when they stand, you will look at the man from the hair from the hair in his head to the toe of his feet. They say, this is a man. I mean, then they want to talk, they want to have serious talk, right? But nobody came out. This is so... I don't want to call this woman stupid because I don't know if there are some mental health issues. Because it's possible, you know, and I guess this is German concern as well. Is this some kind of mental health, some kind of depression, poor judgment? They attributed so many things to it. And because they were not really sure what was going on in the life of this woman, they just wanted to be sure that this woman, the children, they are, especially the newborn baby. So to them, 4 children have been taken away. That woman's life cannot be normal now. So how can the life be normal? Make the woman not go put one in their body for a newborn baby. So they pick up the baby as well. So The woman is now crying. German government took my children. Oh, she wants her children back. Oh, but when the one was gone, there was no cause for alarm. 3, then this one. As far as I'm concerned, it's already too late. And this brings us to the topic of today: poor judgment. Poor judgment. There's no perfect human being on earth. It don't happen. There's no perfect man, no perfect woman. But as a woman, the honors, I mean, there's a lot of the responsibility on you to make sure you raise up your children like, I mean, soundly, with sound moral judgment. The responsibility is just so overwhelming. And when you are not able to exercise this responsibility, then different things are bound to happen to the children. Can you imagine 5 children just because of the poor decisions of the mother? You had one child with a man, relationship didn't work. You migrated into a new country. And then are you not supposed to take your time? You relax first. Follow. I mean, I'm sure this woman does not even have papers. Wait till carry you come, wrong on that country. Settle down, deal with it first. There's nothing wrong when one relationship does not work, you go into another. Especially when just one child, you go into another one. I'm not to say after 2, 3, you see the pursue me up and down. Anyways, we'll come to that. That's a story for next time. So you come into a new country, you want to have another relationship again. Fine, this. I'm totally not against that. But then, take your time. Then, if it's another mistaken identity, the second relationship is another big mistake. Oko, you're just waiting, you see, just take her. Okay? I know some people might say, waiting this one, they told this one is so, not be like that. Waiting, you see for the take her. Because at the end of the day, consider the children now. This one, Pekin, they call his name. What's your name? Justina Amegbiyeke. Okay, Junka, what is your name? Anita Tokumbo. This one, is it not even embarrassing? It's embarrassing. So you go into a second relationship, fine. If that relationship doesn't work, it's either you just sit down there, just eat your humble pie every single day, or you suffer, retire. Just so they take care of your children. And then if you must have or go into another relationship, just an understanding. Just an understanding, you are there in common law and you are raising your children. Of course, obviously, the other partner you are going to meet, we already have his children somewhere. So you are just together, you know, they advise each other. Now with the ZO, they discuss, they, you know, use that, they console each other. It's not compulsory that in every relationship you go into, you must have children. So if this woman was able to be focused, and also, what the picking will be, it will be now the grace of God. The heavens still help those who help themselves. You can't just have children here and there all over the place and say, now God will take care of children. God will take, you still put in your best. Even the teacher, sometimes when you write an exam, the teacher is marking your script, your examination. The teacher will say, okay, you are coming along. If you get some kind of place, you make mistake. The teacher will understand. I say, you tried, but, you know, let me just help boost you. But when there is no effort at all, the teacher will know that this student did not put in effort. Now, so God, they work now. You can't just sit down for them and say, God, you still put in your energy. Divided attention. You get this children, you're also into another man again. The attention you're supposed, the quality time you're supposed to spend with the children, you just look for men all over the place. I mean, by force, this marriage you must bomb put. Now by force, this is just so stupid. I'm not even feeling for the woman. I'm feeling for these children and their destiny who are going to grow up with total strangers. 3 children already. One with Spain man, another one with Congolese. That's 3. It never do that. She continued to fire on. Then another 2. Then from there again, the newborn baby. Okay, is this totally true that this woman does not have any relationship with all these forefathers? Or is it true that these fathers, or it's possible it's just one father? It's just possible that this woman is a single mother by deceit. Let's see it from that aspect, that this mother is a single mother by deceit, which I seriously doubt. Because if a single mother by deceit, now you say the planner, she planned it with the husband, that you know what, I have to dip into the government purse thoroughly so that they can take care of these children for you, because you don't get hand, you don't get leg again to work. So this government can take care of these children for you. They will plan her. But when Kasalama blown, things like this is happening, the father should come out. Abi, Except, the father, well, I can't say because there are still some men. This Europe, now do or die. Especially when they don't have papers. They will say, "Na me want come and make they come deporting. You go come open, I make the carry children go because he feels he doesn't have it. Because I hear say Jamie the hot where you don't have paper." Many people they don't want to land themselves in Nigeria because they feel say Nigeria is hellfire. But now that country will for come. It's not a do or die. If there are circumstances abroad that does not make life palatable for you again, or you see that something you value most in life is about to be taken from you, you know go come out. That is if this woman is a single mother by deceit. Oh, the man will come out now. Okay, let's assume say this woman is really a single mother, no father for the children. How shameful is that? It's not just this woman. I know there are very smart, sensible women out there. They know what they want. But trust me, there are still some few ones. Now just born here, born there, born there, born there. Not be every relationship you go into. No being you must born put. You born 2, you born 3. The relationship is not working with the 2 men that you already have children with. My sister, my mommy, my cousin, my niece, whatever you are as a woman, please halt it there, stop there for the benefit of your children. Take care of the children, go into a relationship and just let it be a mutual understanding that this relationship, no children, we are just there like boyfriend and girlfriend. Nothing like, if you no bump, the relationship no go tight. There are still other ways that relationship can be very tight. No necessarily say you still go through another picking for them again. Okay? So this message is not meant to spite women or anything. Nobody is perfect to and not me to hurt anybody. But it's just my take on this. It was just so annoying when I heard about this. 4 women. That one about this where government go take children from somebody. I know that cannot happen here in Canada because we have a standard, a risk assessment tool that they use to measure what if a child is at risk or if a child is undergoing abuse or not. But there, the risk assessment is majorly when a father is not involved, and especially when those children are from different father. To them, this mother is making poor judgments by choosing the wrong relationship. And if this woman mother is already making poor judgments, choosing the wrong relationships, then she will definitely make wrong decisions that will also affect the well-being, the future, and the destiny of the children. So that's where the government will creep in. So for those of us who have siblings, relatives in Germany, please speak to them. Okay? Government money, they sweet where they give you with this and be sure they are taking with this. The more you dip into the purse of the government, the more you are selling your birthright. Okay? It's not all that glitters that is gold. That said, that brings us to the second topic. My father's uncle, Wole Soyinka. My respect for you, sir, always, forever and ever. We will all agree that this man has contributed immensely to the intellectual circle in Nigeria, by literature, by everything, in any sense possible. And the intellectuals will understand what I'm talking about. He's written so many books, so many poetries. I read some of his books while in Nigeria. And some of them we still read at home today, even while in Canada, because it's a very good way to introduce your culture, to talk about your culture to your children, right? So he expressed so many things in his literatures. So he has contributed immensely to Nigeria and Africa in general. He's a Nobel Prize winner in so many ways. Even in the Western hemisphere, they know so much about him. So, something happened in the plane recently that is trending. One young guy, what's his name again? It's not coming. So anyways, one young guy, and it's just so painful how this young boy take glory, take honor in being able to ask Wole Soyinka out of his seat to see that one what the person they're proud of. You have nothing good so proud of. This thing happened between them. It's possible that the third person on the aisle, the next person on the aisle is not even aware of what happened. But the way he makes so big deal about it is just so, like he's looking for 50 minutes, 50 seconds fame. Like, so what? He's sitting on your spot, on your seat, allotted to you, and then you came, you asked for that seat, and then he stood up, he didn't even argue with you. I trust my father and uncle, Wale Soyinka. He sat down and you got your seat anyways. Let the matter dies there. Now that one you want to make news, Congo, they pride yourself, they write all over, I asked him out of my seat. And there are people there who are saying, yes, he should be, Wale Soyinka should be an example. He speak about culture, he speak about this, he speak about that. Whether the guy brought the matter to the media himself or somebody else who was watching did it, but I haven't seen anywhere where he has come out to like debunk all everything that has been going around in the internet, to say it's okay, it was fine, there was no need for this. He has not come out to speak against it, and I see this as a disrespect to Wale Soyinka. You know, I am not saying he did the right thing or he did the wrong thing. You know, it's just so typical. We have our favorite seat where we like to sit. Okay, so he thought maybe the Yorubas, now we have a culture. Okay, just before we go further, let's forget about seniority or anything. Let's talk about conscience, our own conscience. We all know the incident between, for those of us who doesn't know, our late Archbishop Benson in Dahosa. The incident that happened between him and Dangote, Aliko Dangote. Ah, Baba, thumbs up for you. As far as I know, the richest black man on earth. So, many years ago, like, I'm not sure if I was born already, in the plane, they were already seated in the plane. Aliko Dangote and his assistant were already sitting in the plane. Archbishop Benson in Dahosa's guest had to travel back to the US. Are we listening? The flight that picked them from Benin to Lagos was late, and they have to hurry, in a hurry. But unfortunately, they didn't make it in time. The plane was full, and it was even about to take off. But Archbishop Idahosa, being the man of God that he is, a man of authority, halted and said, wait, I have a speech, I have something, I have just one request. And he asked, is there anybody that is ready to offer his seat for his guests who are supposed to be in America in hours, in few hours? Aliko Dangote and his assistant were seated. They paid for their ticket, they were sitting. We didn't say Wale Soyinka did that too. In fact, Wale Soyinka paid for his ticket, the guy paid for his ticket. They all have their seat. But our Archbishop, his two guests didn't have any seat at all. They were not even assigned to be sitting in that plane. But Aliko Dangote and he stood up and asked his assistants to follow him. They left their seat. They were businessmen. They also had a place they were going then. But they left their seat out of respect and asked for the sake of Archbishop Idahosa, because they didn't know those guys. I'm sure they didn't even know Archbishop Idahosa. But because they saw the need, come on, we are still human beings. We still be Africans now. Why is it that when we are taking the white man's culture, when we're talking about rights, we know they choose the right lives. When we talk about right to live, where we kill people like chicken, is that not a wrong thing to do? To kill somebody, to deprive somebody for right to live. But just a city talking about rights. Now the bad things, now we the copy. The good ones, we know the copy. Right. Tell me about rights. So he stood up and he asked his assistant to follow him. And Archbishop Idahosa's guest took the seat. And they flew that day. Dangote and his best man, assistant, they didn't go. They have to postpone their flight, their trip. We all know how Archbishop Idahosa pronounced, what he pronounced on Dangote. That the word will stand for him. What is happening today? For just that simple declaration, what is happening today? See, all this our elderly blessing, we don't take it for granted. Though. Even small people sometimes can bless you when you do a favor. I mean, a favor that is, we we know what they call favor. Favor, real favor that touches the heart, touch them to the bone and say, ah, now you do this one for me. You will for me for doing this. Ah, my God. He make a pronouncement that day. And we all know what has happened to who Dangote is. Everybody knows him. And just because of it, I think that guy had guts to do that. Because it is right, he had guts. Wale Soyinka stood up. So what he can't get now? Did that incident make him richer? Did that incident make him more blessed? And it's just so disgusting how people are just talking about it, making a big deal out of it. Wale Soyinka should know better. Now they preach what you do, preach what you do, or do what you preach. Do it, not just preach it, do what. It's just so ungrateful. Just so ungrateful, just so inconsiderate, just so disrespect of the highest order. Say make you stand up, make you sit down. We are talking about insurance and this. So did the plane crash? Did the plane crash? Were we hoping that the plane was going to crash? So that when the plane crashed, they will say, okay, you are supposed to sit here. He didn't sit here. So no insurance, no this. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. We are Africans, a continent rooted in culture. But we are just rapidly dilapidating in our culture, losing our culture, throwing it to dogs, and grabbing things that are killing us. And we're saying civilization is right. Right. When you go and dupe somebody of money, that person will get that money, not get the right to enjoy money when you go dupe them. You go and kill somebody for riches. That one not be right. You don't talk about it. Now this one ain't be right. My people are the verse. I just the verse. My body they hot. Anyways, what has happened has happened. Wale Soyinka is not that guy's mate, not be mate. I still personally think that, I mean, the guy will say, are you okay, sir? I see that you are sitting by the window side. That's my seat though, but you could sit for some moments in case. And if you, at any time you feel free and comfortable, I can take my seat back. I mean, that will not show this thing. The poor man saw his stand up. He said, okay, go take your seat. But he would have preferred that place. There are still some countries in Europe today. I don't know about Nigeria. I don't know about Canada. North America, when it comes to culture, is slightly different from Europe. They still follow culture for Europe. There are still some countries in Europe where you are in a bus. You are sitting in the bus and an elderly man or woman is standing. You are obligated to stand up for that person, for that elderly to sit down. So you want to say because the elderly person no quick enter bus, not be my fault now, make it stand. It's still some cultures they still respect the elders, the elderly. They still respect them because you don't know what they have passed through to get to that age. And person when you want old for life, you know they do bad thing to old people. So please, 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 let's remember where we are coming from. As much as we want to be civilized, we want to imbibe some culture, I mean some Western culture, we want to do things the way the Oyinbos do things, but our root is our root. Let's not deviate from it. So I'm going to stop here today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And for those of us who find this video offensive, I am really very sorry. Don't take it personal. You know, I'm just a learner. I'm not here to make any saga. But in every nonsense, there's always a sense to make out of it. Until I come your way again. Bye for now. Bye-bye.